into half plank with the knees down. Everyone else, try and extend the legs so that you can come into full plank. And in this full plank, again, push your arms down towards the floor. Now on the exhale, bring the knees down. And now this time, push, and everyone push the hands and the knees towards each other. So they won't be moving, but you'll have this sensation where you want to push them. Bring your belly into your spine, really holding everything tight and together. Now slowly bring your elbows down towards the floor. So you're coming onto the dolphin plank. So here, actually, if you come back up into seated, so I can show you rather than go into, because you can use the belt for this if you want to do it. So either you can take the belt and hold the belt in your dolphin plank and really pulling strongly into that. You can also make a loop around your arms and put the belt so that it's really pulling, so that it's really strongly holding your elbows so that they are shoulder width. So not wider than that. So you can do that, but you can also use this. So make a loop, put your arms through it, and then bring the other part of the belt so that you can hold on to this. Lovely. And then slowly come down onto your dolphin plank. So everyone can do this. Make sure that you're holding really strongly so that you're strongly holding the belt, but you're actually pushing your elbows against the belt, so to the sides. But at the same time, you're also pushing your knees and the elbows towards each other. Bring your belly to the spine, hold the baby really strongly as you do this. Now, as you're strongly pushing towards the floor, pushing away from the elbows away from each other, you're also lengthening the spine. So keep the head strong. So you're lengthening the spine. Keeping the belly closer to you, and then release. Release the belt. It might open on its own. So before we go into the side plank, towards the side plank, just release the arms down, sit back into child's pose. Release the head down. Lovely. And then slowly lift yourself up to come into a seated pose. Sorry, this class tonight is a little bit full on. There's not much rest in between. So I don't think if you're doing it all the way that I was saying to do, then it'll be very strong on the upper arms. Or it will be kind of just not much movement. So we're all going to come down with the knees. So sitting to the side. So sit on your right side. Bring your knees really closer together and then slowly lower yourself down onto your right shoulder, onto the right. So everyone can do this. Now, from here, so for pregnancy and for everyone else, we can all do and start from this. Can slowly on the inhale, lengthening through the shoulder, so dropping the shoulder down a little bit, dropping the elbow down into the floor, pushing down into the floor. And then bringing, on the exhale, bringing your right side of the body, so right side of the torso, slightly away from the floor. So as you're pushing into the elbow, and elbow is a little bit, it's not down, it's not underneath your shoulder, it's a little bit ahead, so a little bit forward. So not exactly underneath the shoulder. So you're pushing on the exhale, pushing, holding the baby, holding the belly, pushing your right side of the torso up towards the ceiling, as if you want to lift the sitting bones off the floor, but the sitting bones stay down. And then release down. Again, repeating 3 times. Pushing to the floor, lift the right side of the torso. So the movements are quite small, but not so strong. And releasing down. And one more time, hold the baby, hold the belly. You can use your arm if you wish to hold everything together and releasing down. Now you can stretch for everyone else, so not pregnant women, for everyone else, if you want to do that, if you want to progress from this, go further, you can stretch your legs and slowly come flexing your feet and lift yourself up, lift your sitting bones off the floor or stay down and bring the left foot forward and then just lift up. So you have an option to carry on to do it, but because this is a very relatively short class, we can't do it for that long on this side. You're getting tired already. So then turn over to the left side. So come on to the left side. Bring the elbow down. Hold on to your, so bring your knees together. So hold your baby, hold your belly. And then push into the elbow, lengthen through your neck, hold your neck in line with the spine, lengthen through the spine, push into the elbow. On the exhale, bring the belly, the side of your torso up, as if you want to lift the sitting bones off the floor, but they're staying. And then release down. So you can see a little bit of the movement in the upper body. And release down. So 2 more times. Holding, pushing into the elbow, pushing into the forearm, pushing into the shoulder, bringing belly in and releasing down. And 1 more time. Lovely. And if you want to go further, you can progress further by either straightening your legs, or bringing the right foot across and just lifting up. Now, I wouldn't advise this for pregnant women to do it, even though there's a lot of pressure on the legs, it's a lot on the shoulders, but there's too much of the side planking there, and it's quite a strong pose. And then slowly release down. So come into one more child's pose, releasing completely, this time releasing the arms in front of you and taking the head down, stretching the arms in front, making perhaps a bigger stance with the arms. So widening your arms. And so that we can make it a bit more of an active pose as well. Come onto your fingertips. So widen your arms in child's pose, come into and bring your hands onto fingertips. So notice the sensation in the under your arms, so the upper inner arms, going into your armpits, perhaps going into shoulders a bit, but in a different way. And then release the hands down towards the floor. And one more time, come onto your fingertips. And release down towards the floor. Now, for the last pose before we break off, you have an option to do for the yin type of stretch in the shoulders, where you can go against the floor. So not pregnancy, obviously, against the floor. So bringing yourself over to where you can with the stretch. Now, for pregnant women, you might want to do this against the wall. You might not want to do it at all. You might want to just relax and completely go into Shavasana, which is fine, into child's pose. If you want to do the stretch in the arms, just use your the wall. So step to the side, the wall so that your hips are slightly touching the floor. And then you might want to do this against the floor or against the wall as well. And then take your right arm behind you and press. So as your legs or hips are touching the floor, you might want to get the sensation of the stretch in the right shoulder. Now your left arm can be this time behind, so onto your hip or behind your back. Now you want to notice the sensation here and see whether that's enough stretch, bearing in mind that you want to be mild to moderate sensation. So not too strong, not too deep, but you noticing it. If, however, you're not getting anything, you want to perhaps turn and see where you can turn. Now, I can't turn much from here, but that is my shoulder movement. And I think whatever your shoulder movement is, then you should just be happy and content with the sensations that you're getting. And then slowly come over, so release the left arm, come over facing the wall. Bend your right elbow. Stretch your left arm behind. So might want to do it here, actually might be more visible on this side. So if I do it like this. And then slowly now walking yourself over to the left side, sorry, to the right, taking the hips as close to the wall as possible. So the left side of the hip. And then so using this arm to push yourself to go back, if you can, to go towards the right, or to take the right hand and take it behind your back, or keep it on the hip. So wherever you are, just notice the sensations in the left shoulder. There should be no niggles, there should be no pain, there should be no nerve entrapment. Commonly it's showing up as tingling sensations. You should just feel the light or to moderate stretch in the left shoulder. And slowly walk yourself back, releasing the arm, bending the left hand, bending the left arm, and then slowly come down into relaxation. So if this needed you to come to use the movement just to move into a back flexion, just do small movements with cat and cow. Or come down into child's pose. And when you're ready, come down, lying down, flat down onto the ground, or on your left side for pregnancy, using your bolster to support your right leg, perhaps a pillow or something under your head. And just relax and release every single sensation that you have in your body. Releasing down, noticing how your body feels after the practice. Taking a few moments to notice your breath. To notice the pauses the natural pauses that come after inhale and after exhale. Bring your hands to your heart center, either with your palms touching the heart center or with the hands in Anjali Mudra. If you're pregnant, bring your one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And stay like this for a few breaths, noting the sensations that you're getting, the feeling of kindness, the feeling of gratitude for yourself and to your wonderful body. Allowing yourself time and moment to be present with your breath, with your body, with kindness and openness. And I thank you